On the Oregon coast, there's a hole in the rock that makes the ocean look like it's breaking its own rules. Thors Well, from the right angle, at the right moment, it seems as if the sea is pouring into a dark mouth in the earth, vanishing as if the coastline has a drain. People watch it and whisper the same question without meaning to. Bottomless? Because when the waves rush in and the water disappears, your brain refuses to accept the simplest answer. Thors Well sits in a rugged stretch of shoreline inside the Cape Perpetua area, where ancient volcanic rock meets a relentless Pacific. The ground here is black basalt, hard, jagged and scarred, cut by cracks and channels that look like they were carved with intention. The air tastes like salt and iron. The wind never fully stops, and when the swell is up, the entire coast feels like it's breathing in slow, heavy pulses, as if something under the rock is awake and listening. The first mind-blowing truth is that Thors Well is not a magical sinkhole, and it's not a bottomless pit. It's a collapsed sea cave, part of an older hollow space beneath the surface that the ocean patiently hollowed out over time. The second is that the draining effect is an illusion created by motion and timing, not by depth. The ocean is not leaving the planet through a hole. It's being shoved through a hidden system of rock chambers, then pulled back out again, over and over, like water forced through lungs. Here's the science that turns it into a nightmare to watch. Waves slam into the coast and drive seawater into cracks, tunnels, and chambers beneath the surface. Pressure builds fast, because water has nowhere to go except through the openings it's given. That's when Thors Well seems to fill from below and surge upward. Then the wave retreats, pressure drops, and gravity takes over. Water funnels back down through the same openings, racing toward the ocean again. It looks like draining because you're watching the coastline act like plumbing. Intake, pressure, release, collapse. The third mind-blowing detail is how two opposite behaviors can happen in the same breath. 1 second, the well is swallowing water in a spiraling funnel. The next, it can erupt upward in a violent burst of spray, like the rock is spitting the ocean back out. The fourth is that the effect is amplified by conditions you can't see. Tide height, wave period, swell direction, tiny shifts that decide whether the drain becomes dramatic or disappears completely. The fifth is that the well is only one visible opening in a larger hidden system. The coastline around it is riddled with channels and blowholes that act as vents for the same pressure. Now imagine what it feels like up close. The sound is not a splash. It's a deep, hollow roar that comes from inside the stone, as if the rock is breathing water. Mist coats everything. The ground is slick, uneven, and sharp. And the most unsettling part is that the danger doesn't look like danger. It looks like a show. The ocean draws a circle around the hole, swirls, collapses, and vanishes. And your mind starts treating it like a safe pattern until it breaks. So here's the question that should stop you cold. If the drain is just the ocean moving through a cave system, why do people still get caught off guard here? Because the threat isn't the hole. It's the sea deciding to change its rhythm without warning. A larger wave can arrive early. A set can surge higher than the last. Water can sweep across the flat rock in a single fast sheet, and suddenly the shoreline you trusted becomes a moving floor. The well is hypnotic, but the coast is not predictable. The sixth mind-blowing fact is how quickly calm becomes violent. A moment of gentle swirling can turn into a blasting eruption, sending spray high into the air and flooding the surrounding rock. And when that water drains, it doesn't politely step back. It pulls, it drags, it accelerates, creating slick currents across surfaces that look solid. Thors Well makes the coastline feel engineered, like a trap built into nature, a place that invites you closer because it looks unreal, then punishes you for treating it like a harmless illusion. Impact on modern life shows up in a strange way here. because Thors Well is a perfect example of how the internet reshapes reality. A short clip makes it look like the ocean is draining into a bottomless hole, and millions of people believe the myth before they ever hear the science. That myth pulls crowds into dangerous conditions, chasing the perfect moment. And it turns a living coastline into a content machine, timed around tides and storms. Thors Well becomes a warning about modern curiosity. We chase the unbelievable image first, and only learn the rules of the place after it's already too late to respect them. Has always done. Carving, collapsing, has always done. Carving, collapsing, rerouting, rewriting stone with patience. If this place made you question what you saw, like this video and subscribe to Off the Map. And don't leave yet, because the next episode is going to take that same real or not feeling and freeze it into blue darkness. Next, Mendenhall Ice Caves, Alaska. What's inside this blue ice cave? When you see what's hiding inside that ice, you won't wonder where the water goes. You'll wonder what the ice has been keeping.